It's time to move the market around and see where everything's settled. This is your Monday morning update. 6 a.m. I post every day, and if I have another chance, I'll do another one at 9 p.m. It's Pat's Projects. And I just want to say thank you. On March 1st, we hit 700 subs, and then in 7 days, we flew through the roof, and now we're over 800 and headed towards 900 now. 1K the dream. Can't thank y'all enough. There's no video sponsors. It's just you guys supporting me, so hit that like button, comment down below your thoughts on this video. Here we go. So with Perfect Order still in the opportunity of about a couple weeks away, Ascended Heroes is getting the Prismatic Evolutions in 151 treatment. I feel like a set, I don't want to say, it's jokingly saying this, but at the same time it's hilarious. The amount of videos you see over the weekend of people fighting on Fridays and Saturdays at restocks determines how hot a set's gonna be. It's silly to say that, but 151 people were duking it out like it was like the last day on Earth. Prismatic Evolutions, people were duking it out like it's the last day on Earth. Same thing with Destined Rivals. I mean, shout out to all the scalper videos of people just clearing shelves. And Mega Evolutions was the same boat. People were losing their minds over Mega Evolutions. And now those videos are starting to resurface again for Ascended Heroes. So when Wave 2 drops around March 30th, it's going to be nuts to see what happens with the Wave 2 coming out of Ascended Heroes products. So let's start us off. We've got enough tabs open for the next hour's worth of your time. So I hope you're having a coffee this morning. Hope you're chilling on your drive to work. Drive safe. Let's get it started. Perfect Order booster boxes are still pre-ordered for about $250 right now. If they come down to the $220 to $225 line, that's not too bad. But where every booster box is chilling right now is about the $250 mark. So they're just tagging the pre-orders where they expect the market to fall in the next 2 to 3 weeks after Perfect Order comes out. So Perfect Order in the range for a booster box of about $240 right now, $250. Check eBay if you really want to pre-order one early, or talk to your card shops that are near your area. Maybe they'll sell you one early, but it hasn't done any movement yet. But the Pokemon Center ETB, they're still high up there in the 300s. They're the same thing. They're trying to gauge like where Ascended Heroes is, and only a certain amount of people can actually sell on TCG Player. So if you do have an opportunity to get this, you're going to either check eBay for it right now or talk to friends that linked one and see if they'll sell you one so you can get that under your belt. Perfect Order ETBs, nothing crazy with a pre-release price anywhere between $100 and $75. The reason that being, I mean, GameStop sold Ascended Heroes ETBs for $95 if you have the Pro membership. So them being in that range is not the end of the world for ETBs. It's semi-healthy. But if we talked about it this past week, you can go back and look at the ETB videos. You would be up on almost 2/3 of your ETBs. You'd be up on 100% of your ETBs if you bought them at MSRP. You'd be up at almost 2/3 if you bought them at the pre-release price of about $90 to $100. Some of them go for about $80 to $85 depending on what site you use for them. Now, Ascended Heroes, the Pokemon Center ETB was the big mover last week. It moved from about $250 all the way through to about $320. We're into the range of $320, $325. I haven't checked eBay to see where they're closing out yet, but I think that's going to be an interesting one to come over the next few weeks. Are we going to see a second restock of Pokemon Center Ascended Heroes ETBs? Are we going to see Chaos Rising Pokemon Center ETBs pre-order come out? Because we're dancing on that line. If Chaos Rising is coming out in May, we're just on that range of like 60 to 70 days away from that happening. So it's going to be interesting to see where that price point comes through too. For Ascended Heroes regular ETBs, any card store you went to or potentially went to a card show this weekend, they were slapping the 105 to 120 range on their ETBs at card stores, at card shows. $100 feels like it's not a bad point. I would be interested to see if you can talk someone into selling or to buying it from somebody this next week in the range of the $80 to $95 range. Don't be upset if you pick one up and it dips down. If you have the conviction to hold it for 3 years and when Ascended Heroes goes out of print, you can benefit from it. If you don't have a lot of space and money's tight, always try to go for the MSRP purchase. If you want to rip, always go for the MSRP purchase. If you want to invest, you have to value your time. Is your time waiting in a line from 1 in the morning to 8 in the morning when it opens, and then hoping that the Target or the Walmart respects the limits and the first person doesn't buy it out? Or do you just want to buy it and be done with it and move on with your day? Everybody values their time differently. Phantasmal Flames booster boxes were another big mover this past couple weeks. From the last month, they were in the range of about $250. Now they're all the way up into the 325, starting to look in towards the 350 range. I love this for one reason. I was listening to one guy on TikTok. He was like, well, what if all the booster boxes are out there still? What if they're just getting broken down and put in as loose packs in vending machines? And I love that take. I had never thought of that take. The reason I don't see vending machines is we don't have them in my state. So that makes a lot of sense when it comes down to like price per pack. It also comes down to the opportunity for it to get as many into people's hands. A lot of people tell you never buy single packs unless you know where it's coming from. So getting it from a vending machine is not the end of the world. You get a chance to get it. Rip and shippers, if you watch them, if they go over to their big pallet stack of booster boxes and you watch them break the seal and then you buy it from there, like you can trust that that's good. But random guys that just have a bag of singles rolling around, when you open some of them, I've purchased some from Rip and Shippers, and when they come in, I look at it, I'm like, I don't know if this is tampered with, but it potentially could be. So you definitely want to get something sealed. And if all the booster boxes are getting broken down, it makes a lot of sense as to why certain products are really starting to go through the roof. Phantasmal Flames booster boxes are into the range of $325, but potentially all the way up to $350 right now. The Pokemon Center ETB for the last month has really started to move. This past week, it went from 200 all the way up to about 230. The sales is about 4 a day right now, and eBay's got a lot of bids out there that are starting to close a little bit higher. So you got to think about, what do you want to do with the Pokemon Center ETB? Pokemon Center ETBs, the price point I feel comfortable picking one up is if it's in the range of 200 to 250 if I need it or if I want to get it. Because if I'm at a card store and they have the one that I want, I'll give trade, whether it's singles or something else, into the product that I want. And I feel comfortable buying it for whether it be like $100 or $200. You try to make it work for you. So Pokemon Center ETBs, the Charizard one is starting to move. The biggest reprint out of all of them, if we do get a reprint out of something in the Mega Block, because we haven't really yet. We got Wave 1, Wave 2, or we've gotten Wave 1 of Ascended Heroes. We've got Wave 1, Wave 2 of Phantasmal Flames. It'd be nice to see Wave 3 come and knock this price down, have everybody undercut each other back to the 150 range. If that happens, you better have opportunity money on the sideline, because that's really where you get your best gains, is when a reprint comes and then everybody that buys, the bots eat it up. They got to pay their credit card bill, so they'll fire sale it for as much money as possible, but as quickly as they can so they can pay that credit card bill. And that's where you make your move on the secondary market. Phantasmal Flames, ETBs, it's nice to see them moving towards the $100 mark. Mega Evolutions block is a short block. We're going to see the end of Mega Evolutions come next year in 2027 when Wind and Waves comes out. So with these, it could get short printed. That's been the narrative that a lot of people have said for the last 2 years. Everything's getting short printed. They use it to generate FOMO so that you think you're missing out. If you can get any product that you want with a knockoff, whether you bought some tech sticker collections at MSRP and they're now worth $50 and you want use those text stickers to get into an ETB or a Pokemon Center ETB. Anything like that to help knock the price down a little bit to save you in the long run of things, that matters. Buying things at MSRP matters, where you can turn it into something else. That's why it's easy for people to buy to sell the Pokemon Center ETBs. You paid $60 for something that's $250 to $350. I get it. You do it for your family, you do it for your hobby, you want to keep it going. Mega Evolutions Enhanced Booster Boxes, these bad boys have shot up to about $270 now. The first hobby shop is the real one with them. There was a big Pokemon Day sale on forum, so that's why that bar looks like that. And now they're into the range of $270. There is a high volume of sales on these, so give it time. It'll definitely be opportunity into the 300 range. Know that if you do pick one of these up and you want to open it and rip it with your kids, the box topper in Mega Evolutions, the Bulbasaur promo, is one of the hardest cards to grade out of Mega Evolutions. Comment real one or thanks Pat for the opportunity, because I'm just trying to give you the knowledge. Yeah, that card is really hard to grade, so getting it in a 10 is, I want to say it was a $400 card the last time I looked at it in a PSA 10. So if you can get that card in a PSA 10, the box is basically free. With the Mega Gardevoir and Mega Lucario boxes, we're looking into the range of $175 for Mega Gardevoir. The Alakazam promo in that is a pretty price as well. I'm going to take a look real quick. What is Lucario's into the range of $180? So Gardevoir is about $170, Lucario's $180. They're both in the same boat. It's right around dancing on that line of $175. The Mega Gardevoir ETB is about $79-$80 now. It's coming into the range of about $85. I'm curious to see what the regular Lucario box is. The regular Lucario box is about $86. So $85 is where Gardevoir is, and yeah, Lucario's right around that same price point. Black Bolt Pokemon Center ETBs have really started to make a move up this past month from the 150 to 175 range to the 210 range. Now it's dancing on the 250 is the cheapest box out there from a Gold Star seller. If you don't know, the big reason is back in December, the Black Bolt White Flare Pokemon Center ETB got its next print wave released, so it got its first true restock from the time it was out. When everybody bought it, it started to get shot. It started to shoot up, and then the Pokemon Center sent out their second reprint of it. So that's why if you look over here on Pokemon Center ETB restocks, Black Bolt White Flare, they've got 2 restocks. That's why it's 2 over the 1, the initial one. I guess I could put initial one. The initial one that came out. That was 2. That was the initial one. Surging Sparks, we've had... I guess it's 2. It's technically 2 because we had the initial one, and Stellar Crown is 2 because we had the initial one. So that's where, like, the set release, Wave 1, Wave 2 is the initial Wave 1, Wave 2. Surging Sparks booster boxes have been reprinted and bundled with different things, so that's why it's actually 4. This 260 with 4 reprints is the most we've seen in 2025. And recently in 2026 as well. So Surging Sparks is always one to keep your eye on. Sorry I went off on a rant right there. It was necessary just for me to help keep my charts looking clean. Hit that like button. Thank you guys. We're looking into Black Bolt regular ETBs. Now on like Thursday, Friday last week, they were dancing on the $100 line. Now they're over 100 into the 105 category. Black Bolt is really starting to pick up. The product is starting to dwindle. And yeah, the market knows don't sleep on White Flare and Black Bolt. Up 17% on White Flare. White Flare's into the range of basically $200. It's 3 boxes away from hitting that mark. It's a $200 booster box. Sorry, Pokemon Center ETB. Now, the regular ETBs of White Flare, it's always been lagging a little bit behind. It's $92, $94 right now. So it's about a $10 difference on Black Bolt versus White Flare. And it had the same treatment. Destined Rivals booster boxes. Now, I don't want to say nobody's looking at it anymore. It wasn't the hot topic to talk about last week. Destined Rivals had its shot up to 600. That was in the beginning of February, so it's about a month back. And then February, the last week, 151 exploded, so nobody was really focused on Destined Rivals. With that happening, that's an opportunity. We talked when it was shooting up, when it was on the road up. I was like, in the beginning, in the middle of January, I'm like, it went from 400 to 500. I'm like, okay, if it hits 500, maybe it'll trickle back to 450. And then it hit 600. And I'm like, okay, it'll probably pull back about 15 to 20%. Now it's at 500. If you feel you need one, you at least know now you're not buying at the top. When it makes that higher high from the 500 mark and it hits a new higher high of 600, it's tough for it to go back to the low. It's not going to go back to 400. It might stay dancing around the $500 mark, and you can find one on Facebook Marketplace for about $475. The higher low, it's going to have a new floor. Its floor is probably somewhere between $450 and $500 because that was its all-time high before. People recognize, like, hey, I paid $500 for this. I'm not selling it. And a lot of people are like, I'm not selling it. Well, there's somebody out there that bought it in December at like $300. They're like, yeah, I kind of need the money now, so I don't mind selling it for $450, $475. So that's really what you're going to start to see when it comes to Destined Rivals. We've had 3 big moves up. We've had the floor at the first floor was about $225 to $250. Then we had that first real pump to about, call it $500 to $600. And then we had that pullback to $350, $400. You might find the pullback this time to be in the range of about $475 to $450, probably $500. People aren't going to go too crazy with it, but know right now that people are selling it for about $515. This could be that opportunity that everybody talks about where buy the dips, buy the dips, buy the dips. This is really a 20%, 15, 20% dip from the all-time high back a little bit. It's a pullback. And then you got Pokemon Center ETB from Destined Rivals. This one's into the range of $425. It's at its all-time high. Now, is this one going to pull back? Who knows? Don't ignore the $1,000 sales that people try to pump. The true sale is right here. Its first all-time high was about $425, and now it's just on that line. It's into that range of $425 now, so it's at an all-time high, the Pokemon Center ETB from Destined Rivals. If there's a reprint of this and you really want one, that's when you have to strike. If you can get it for the MSRP price, everybody knows that's a win. But if you can't get it for the MSRP price and it comes out on the secondary market, always try to be comfortable spending about $200 to $300 for one of these boxes. So you have to play with it as you need. The regular ETB is $195 now. This will probably, it wouldn't shock me if it hit $200 in next week. We're in that point in every year where you look at like what happened last year in 2025. After March came out, Journey, there was a giant gap. Journey was $11 a pack last year when it came out on the secondary market. Yeah, Journey Together was really sought after for a couple months. Ascended Heroes, Phantasmal Flame. Ascended Heroes is in that boat. I don't know how Perfect Order is going to do. Yeah, we'll see. I'm hoping we get some product when it comes on the line of, whether it be, everybody says it's going to be more prismatic, but it might be more Destined Rivals. And if it's Black Bolt, White Flare, there's nothing wrong with Black Bolt, White Flare. That total set value is still over $2K. So you just have to take that into consideration with what you're trying to purchase. Yeah, would you want to spend $11 a pack on Journey Together right now? No. But was that where the FOMO took everybody? Yeah. Journey Together booster boxes right now are at $250. Journey Together Pokemon Center ETBs are now in the range of about 160. They're not super popular. I still remember people trying to sell these things for $80, $90 and nobody wanted them. So the fact that they're over 160 now, nothing wrong with it. $100 for a regular ETB. It's basically 100. We'll call it the 97 that it is. For the Pokemon Center one to Journey, I don't want to spend too much time on Journey Together. It's there. That's all I could say about it. Pokemon Center ETB from Prismatic Evolutions is, I mean, call it what it is. It's $450. This past month, it was up 17%. It's at its first true new all-time high. Unless there's a big Prismatic Pokemon Center ETB reprint, I don't see it coming down from $400 since the last time it dropped was a $300 range. Everybody went from selling it when it was at the 220s. Now they sold it at the 320s. This might be the new floor. So if you have, call it $450 to $500 sitting on the sidelines and you're bored and you want to pick up a Pokemon Center ETB for about $400, if you walked into a store and they had it on a shelf and you're like, hey, could I trade into that and knock off a couple $100? You know, that's not a bad win. If you opened one pack of Phantasmal Flames and pulled the Mega Charizard, you can go get yourself a Prismatic Evolutions Pokemon Center ETB if you want, and they'll give you some cash for it. Yeah, $420 now. It's basically $450. I'll give it the $450 treatment because it is right there. Next week, it could dip. No two ways about it. Prismatic Evolutions ETB. This one, it keeps touching the $200 mark. And then some people just decide, you know what? I think I want to sell one. I think I want to sell two. But the market keeps eating them up. 18 to 20 a day. Yeah, there's a lot of Prismatic Evolutions out here. In this year, the last real ceiling was the 150. That 150 line was held for a while. And every time it went up to 150, it was like, how can I trade into getting about this Pokemon Center ET or the regular ETB for $100? That's really what you have to tell yourself. How close to $100 can I make any ETB that I want to buy for Prismatic Evolutions or any product really? When it dances on that line, are you selling your Warhammer? Are you selling, Skylander? Are you going to be selling your Magic cards? Are you going to be selling baseball cards? Are you going to be selling, anything? Your Legos? What do you want to do to trade into some of these things that you think are more valuable? That's how you have to take it. It's into the range of about 190 right now for Prismatic Evolutions ETBs. Surging Sparks, I have nothing to say other than this is a buy. With 4 booster box restocks that we all know and can see, this is still the one that a lot of people want to pick up. Buy 2 and then set it and forget it. Get it, put it in an acrylic case, and hopefully it's a minty box. Yeah, it's $260 now. That's really where Surging Sparks is. Don't look at this and be like, ew, it's Surging Sparks, I don't want it. Recognize why. If the charts would work. The charts aren't working. Let's see. If the chart would work. Nope, the charts don't want to work. Sorry, guys. But yeah, so that's really where it's at. It's had restocks after restocks after restocks. Surging Sparks Pokemon Center ETBs. Now, these are in the same boat. They've had a couple restocks. It went from 300 all the way down to 200. And that's what happens when you have a restock. Everybody fire sells it, and it's how fast can I move it. But it never goes back to that floor of 150. It has the new floor of about 200. And it was there for a couple days. And now you're looking at 230. So you have to be smart with the money you're going to spend and know what products you really want and have the conviction to buy them at the right time, or you just throw it at it knowing that you're going to hold it for 4 or 5 years. Surging Sparks is into the range of $90, the regular ETB. This is the same thing. It was sitting on shelves for $75, $65 for what felt like a couple months actually, after its restock. The restock was back in the October, November. And now the market's eating most of it up. It's about 10 a day are getting sold. Surging Sparks is... Don't be shocked when this comes, let's call it April or May, and this is a $100 ETB. And then people want to pick it up. And then someone FOMO pumps it, and then the next thing you know, it's 150, and everybody's like, why is Surging Sparks 150? I remember when it was 75. Stellar, I'll say it too. Hey, you guys remember when we looked at that and it was 75? Well, you know, people were buying it at 115 at the top. The top last year for, that was somewhere around June or July. Stellar Crown booster boxes are dancing on the $300 line, and these just haven't gotten the reprint that anybody ever thought they saw coming. People say, you know, it's a Bulbasaur, it's a Squirtle set, and that's really all it has going for it. But at the same time, you know, a booster box that gets ripped is a booster box that is less on the market, so now it's a $300 booster box. Stellar Crown Pokemon Center ETB, the reason this is so cheap is it was the last ETB restock on the Pokemon Center website that the United States got. That's why it's so cheap. Don't look at it and be like, oh, nobody wants this at $130. This product has the most Pokemon Center ETBs out there on the market right now, and that's why it's so cheap, because everybody got it. Or not everybody, but most people purchased it. And it dipped all the way down from its high of like 190 when nobody was selling it, and then it dipped all the way to $95. This box went to $95 when the regular ETB was, I want to say, $85 in that same stretch. So let me see. When that happened, it was about November 30th. So it was Thanksgiving. Yeah, it was right around $90, $85, $90 that week. And then the Pokemon Center one for the same price was about $95. This is $105 right now, and then we're looking at $135 all day. So it's moved. It has moved. It's not doing a lot of moving, but just keep yourself aware. Now, Shrouded Fable Pokemon Center ETBs, they had a big opportunity for people to buy them. There was a sale on them, so it was a sale for $120. People bought a couple. They're into the range now, $150, $145 for Shrouded Fable. Curious to see where the regular ETB, same thing. There was a sale, 700 of them were bought. That's why the price. That's why it looks like this. It was bought for about $70. Now it's in the range of $80, $90 for an ETB. So they wanted to move their product. They did. They succeeded. Shrouded Fable got bought up by the market. It's a $90 box now. There's still some stores out here that have Twilight Masquerade deals. If you want to know the stores, let me know. Say, where's the deal, Pat? And comment what box I'm talking about, because sometimes I'm answering 15 or 20 comments. I've answered everybody's comment that's ever commented to me on YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram, because I've been doing this for a while. And so sometimes it leaves me what I'm talking about. So comment, where's the deal, Pat? And then talk to me about what box, and I'll help you find it. But the booster boxes are into the range of about $340 right now. The ETBs from the Pokemon Center for Twilight Masquerade are into the range of $150. Nothing too crazy with that product. It's just been chilling for a while. Now this one's into the range of about $80. it had a big restock too. And there was a sale. They did a restock, an opportunity. There was the big sales. Twilight Masquerade is chilling at around $75, $80 right now. Temporal Forces booster boxes, don't sleep on it. Any booster box is more scarce than a lot of other products. If you want to just get one, if you pick up one, it's not the end of the world. Will some products move faster than others? Yes. $265 right now is a Temporal Forces booster box. Temporal Forces Pokemon Center ETBs are into the range of about $195 right now. So they're up a little bit. Nothing too crazy when it comes to middle of the pack sets. And then the box finally hit over $100. It's into the range of $103 now. $103. Paldean Fates. Paldean Fates is moving. It's slow moving though. Not a lot of volume on the sales. About 2 a day on TCG Player. It's $350. The Pokemon Center ETB from Paldean Fates, it's slow chugging too. It's $430 right now with just about 1 a day for $430. But it's close. It is dancing on that line where it could see product drying up, and then the next thing you know, you could wake up one morning and it's $500, and then everybody's going to be talking about how much they loved it. I have a box; it's worth it just to even have one if you can buy it for the right price point. Paradox Rift booster boxes. The booster boxes of Paradox Rift, you're into the range of $275 right now. Nothing too crazy with Paradox Rift. It was a nice set to open. $150 for the Pokemon. Ooh, $165 for the Pokemon Center ETB. It's a little bit higher right now. Regular ETBs into the range of $120. Now, unless you live under a rock and you just stepped away from Pokemon products for a couple weeks, 151 Pokemon Center ETBs went to the moon. They took off. Now they're, call it $1,500 for what it really is. The lowest listed is $1,400. But if you find anything under $1,400, that's really what you're looking at. Shout out to the Snorlax. And then the regular ETBs, they're dancing on the $600 line right now. That is another big move. They've gone through the roof. They're up 60% in 3 months. They're up 30% in the last month from $440 all the way to $600. Obsidian Flames booster boxes. This is one of the easiest pull rate sets out there, but the boxes are still never a bad pickup when it comes to displaying. They haven't done much movement. This is the first block that's going to rotate out. You've got Scarlet and Violet, Paldea Evolved, 151, Paradox Rift, and Paldean Fates. Those are the boxes that are going to be rotating out first, out of print from the TCG. So Obsidian Flames, it's starting to tack in on a couple of the products, but not everything yet. 570 to 585 is where the Pokemon Center ETB is. 585 is where it's at right now. It hasn't done much movement yet. The Pokemon Center, the Obsidian Flames regular ETB, we're looking at 195 for it right now. Call it what it is. Paldea Evolved booster boxes. These had another leg up that from 425. Now they're into the range of 450. Paldea Evolved booster boxes are 450. Paldea Evolved Pokemon Center ETBs. These things came down from their all-time high of 600. Now they're dancing on the 500 to 550 line. People are selling them. Hobby shops are selling them for 550. Other people that want to make a little bit of profit off the box that they have, they're trying to sell it for 500 to 550. So with Paldea Evolved, we can leave it at 515 right now. But no, the real deal is it's going to be a $600 box soon. Paldea Evolved ETBs, 160 is where they're at. They've had a couple buyouts. This big buyout back here from somebody The giant buyout 6 months ago around Black Friday was where, you could just see it happening. Hey, this is $100 box. Black Friday, boom, they just flied. They were there, and then they weren't. Whether that was true reason or not, but it was around that time. 160 is now where Paldea Evolved is. If you can find it at a card show this coming week or on Facebook Marketplace, offer someone $20 off a minty one, and that's really what the market is. The Scarlet Violet booster boxes are climbing back up after their sale into the 275 range. There's over 200 sold at 255 a box. Now it's coming back up to the 275 range. That's your new floor probably for the product. So if you want to get it before it jumps 300 plus, you could do that. I mean, I've gone back. I could show you real quickly. We've gone through base sets before. I haven't done a base set video in a while, but what do you want to do? Do you want the $200 box, the $250 box, the $275 box, the $800 box, the $950 box? You can see there's a 3X still built in, and you're only about 6 to 8 years away from that 3X. So you have to take that into consideration when you're looking at what products you want to buy. Don't just look at, where the money is at. Look at where your money's going to grow. The Scarlet Violet Pokemon Center ETB is $300 right now. Yeah, nothing too crazy about it. It hasn't done much movement. And then the regular box is dancing on the $100 line right now. I'm leaving it there. Crown Zenith ETBs in the Pokemon Center, they're into the range of $450. These haven't gotten a lot of movement once it hits that line of like $500. People, do you really need this to pump again? Everybody in their world has to start. Once the PSA 10 prices jump, then the boxes will jump, or vice versa. That's where Crown Zenith is right now. The regular ETB, I like it. It's a nice looking box. $320 for it right now. Silver Tempest. The last video I made on Silver Tempest, showing people like, hey, you can still get grails out here for under $500. And people were like, Pat, I remember when that box was $50. I'm like, yeah, I get that. I do. Now it's into the range under 500. Are you buying one of these straight up that you want to display, or do you want to trade into it? Those are your plays. Yeah, Silver Tempest is in that range where it's like the next leg up is $1,000. So what do you want to do? If you've had it on your short list for a while, just getting the Vulpix box from the Pokemon Center, that's not a bad pickup. It's still dancing on that $300 line. Or you just get a regular ETB because they're still out there just around $100, $125. The Silver Tempest ETBs have come down $10 into the 125 category. And that's the same price as all the modern stuff right now, but Silver Tempest is out of print. Lost Origins, it had a leg up to closing into 800, and then it dipped back down to about 6. 6 is still a steep price to pay, and this is where it's in that range. It's not $500, it's not $1,000 yet. Where's the market going to price it? It's waiting for people that bought it at $300 and $400 and $500 to sell it. And once that happens, the people that buy it for the 650s, the 750s, the 800s will be the ones that hold on to it and make the thing go to $1,400 and $1,500. And that's where you have to see it. You don't look at it for, oh, it's $750 right now. I'm going to wait till it goes to $650 because it was $650 back in December. Well, those guys that bought it at $650 are waiting for the thing to go over $1,000. They don't want to sell. So you have to think about that. And as it's going up, the less boxes are out there on the market. People want to hold. So is $700 your price point that you want to buy, knowing you're going to wait till whether it's $1,500, $2K? That's what you have to think about with these legs up in the market. Each leg up makes the box a little bit more expensive. It never hits its old floor. It has a new floor, and then you just got to wait for it to break through that old ceiling. The Lost Origins Pokemon Center ETB is still dancing on the $300 line. It's about $280 right now. And then the Lost Origins regular ETB is about 175. Nothing too crazy there. Big thank you. If you guys are still listening to me at this point in the video, I just can't thank y'all enough. Been such an awesome experience. Everybody that's connected with me, whether you reach out to me in DMs, you guys keep telling me, Pat, get your Patreon pumping, Pat. Start monetizing yourself, Pat. Get some sponsors going. And I'm like, yes, I agree with you, and I do believe I should. People want me to start a Discord. I'm like, I don't know if I can genuinely Pokemon Go ETBs at 195. I don't know if I can genuinely comment to everybody on my YouTube videos and have a genuine conversation with people on Discord, because that is such a different beast. I still want to add value, and that's always been my goal. My goal is to add value because I've wanted to make the YouTube channel that I wanted to watch. And a lot of people have been just vibing with me and appreciating the work that I'm doing. So I hope that you guys enjoy it too. And the work doesn't feel like work just for the fact that I sit down here and I like looking at the market. Same thing when I did with stocks, same thing I did with crypto. Like, I just enjoy doing the market research, and we're doing market research together, but you and I are talking about it and having a healthy discussion in the comment section is what I enjoy. And so just, yeah, really thank you guys. And you guys, everybody's been responding to it pretty well. Astral Radiance is $100. Nothing too crazy. And yeah, it's just been fun. It is a joy to do this stuff. It's a joy to show my binder to people. It's a joy that people tell me their favorite cards. Yeah, just good vibes. Good vibes all day. Brilliant Stars. I called this thing at 600 a couple months ago when it moved up to 500. I said, well, this thing's going to get to 600 pretty soon, and we're here. We're at 580. Yeah, 580 for a Brilliant Stars booster box right now. Last time I did an update, it was over 600, or at 600. So I had a little pullback. Brilliant Stars, Pokemon Center ETBs. These things were sitting for a while in the range of $100. Now they were 180, and now we're in the range of $200. $200 is your cheapest box. For the Brilliant Stars ETBs, they're now into the range of 150. So, yeah, Brilliant Stars is on the move too. A lot of these products are starting to get bought up. More people are coming into hobby than ever before. It is not the same hobby we had. And someone said it the other day, and I can't remember who it was, but what if this is like the good old days? Maybe it was Danny Phantom or something like that. What if these are the good old days where we didn't really recognize everything that was going on and we didn't know how good we had it? Well, I will say, I don't think it's good watching people fight over product in stores. You know, that stuff, you're better off staying away. But on the flip side of it, you know, I mean, the product is around, people talk about it. This is, whether you want to call it a bubble or not, there's a lot of fun to be had in the hobby. It's bringing people together. People can't find products, so they go online to talk, and, you know, for whether it's on TikTok, whatnot, YouTube, Instagram, just have a genuine conversation over Discord. $500 for the Celebrations ETBs. It's just been fun. The regular Pokemon, this $500 for the Pokemon Center one. The regular ATB for Celebrations is $300 now. And a lot of these products that are in the Sword and Shield block, you know, they're priming for that next leg up. I don't want to call it the next 2X, but the next 2X for Evolving Skies booster boxes is $5,000. So you could even say it could shoot up 500, you know. 35 were bought on Pokemon Center, on the Pokemon Day sale. 35 were bought at 2,400. Those guys at 2,400 aren't looking to sell at 2,500. You know, Rip and Shippers need these products because that's what attracts their people to their stream. Now it truly is a $2,600 box. And my last time I updated it, it was 27. The Pokemon Center ETBs, they're into the range of, wow, $1,500 now, $1,550. This box, for the longest, was sitting at $900. That's nuts that it's over $1,500 now. The regular box is into the range of $500 now. It was sitting for a while at $350. There was people online that, or on Facebook Marketplace, that couldn't sell it for $350. Now it's a $500 box. Chilling Reigns, the booster box for Chilling Reigns is about $530 to $540 right now. It's even had a $40 leg up. The Pokemon Center ETB for Chilling Reigns was the first Pokemon Center ETB ever printed. The reason I keep telling everybody is because that's the truth. The people are like, well, why is it so cheap? Well, it was not a lot of booster packs. So you didn't get a lot out of it. There's no promo in it. It was the first one ever done. So this was like the guinea pig Pokemon Center ETB stamp. So that's why that one's never really been sought after. You can walk into almost every card store in the United States and I feel like they have a Chilling Reigns Pokemon Center ETB still on shelves. But there will be a day when they don't. And so right now it's one of those items where it's like, I don't really need it. I don't really want it. And then let's talk in 6 months to 10 months when Chilling Reigns Pokemon Center ETB, everybody's like, why is this $180? It's basically one of the cheapest ones out there. Boom, then it's a $600 box. Boom, then it's a $1,000 box. And everybody's like, well, you got to have the first Chilling Reigns Pokemon Center ETB ever made by Pokemon Center. Why don't you have it? And you're like, yeah, why didn't I buy it when it was $150? So if you want it, get it. If not, if it's not for you, if you don't have the opportunity to display it, I get it. If it's just going to sit in a closet, I get it too. There's better ones out there for you. Battle Styles booster boxes are in the range of $270. Shout out to Urshifu. Nothing too crazy with Battle Styles. Sleepy Tyranitar is the main chase. It's worth just picking up the card you want rather than getting the Battle Style stuff. But the boxes, the red one and the blue one of the ETBs, they're nice boxes. It's a $90 box now. $95 last time we did the update in the middle of the last week. Shining Fates is into the range of $120 now. Down $5 from last week. Vivid Voltage booster boxes are $290. And then the ETB for Vivid Voltage, it's one of the interesting ones, is around $110. If you have this box, I've seen people put black lights up to it and shut the lights off and it like glows in the dark. So that's pretty cool. Champion's Path. I've never seen a minty Champion's Path box. I feel like what's left out there that's being sold has dents, dings or rips in them. It's a $175 box right now. If you do buy something with a tear in it, you have to knock off at least 15%. Try to knock off 20% of any product that has a big tear in it if you're getting something like that, because that money does matter. If you buy it for market and it has a tear in it, when you go to sell it, someone's going to see that tear and they're going to want 20% off. Darkness Ablaze booster box is $320 right now. Nothing too crazy there. $100. This box for $100 has been $100 for a while now. Rebel Clash is dancing on that $500 line. The ETB for it too is dancing on the $300 line. Sword and Shield booster box. The start of the era is basically call it $700 to $725. The Sword and Shield ETBs, there's two different ones. They're in the range of $140 to $150. Cosmic Eclipse ETBs, this one's nice. It's just fun to look at this box. It's $1,600 all day. It's had a little bit of a downturn since the last time I updated it. In Hidden Fates, I put Hidden Fates on here because they had another leg up to the $500 mark. So last time we did it, it was $400. It was worth putting into the video today. I'm doing the old school stuff. We're looking at Team Up ETBs. They are $3,750. The last time we put it on there was $3,100. I gotta update the sidebar too. I haven't hit the update button in a while. Unbroken Bonds. There is no sales on Unbroken Bonds right now out on the market. Unbroken Bonds, last time we had it on there was 1750. Shining Legends ETB, we're looking at $850 for it right now. Let's see. This was one of the OGs, $850. The Sun and Moon ETB is into the range of 180 to 200. This is your base set box. It was 200 last time we updated it. XY Evolutions ETBs, this is your goats. The Mega Blastoid box is 520 right now. It's still in the same boat. I've only ever seen faded boxes of these, and then you wonder, is it fake or not, or was it just terribly stored? Team Up booster boxes are basically 11 grand, $750. Where's Team Up? It's up $1,000 from the last time we updated this chart. So there are some big boys out there. And then Sun and Moon booster box, $950 now from the price point of where it's at. The last time we did it, it was still $950. So yeah, there's a lot out there. Let's take a look real quick. Booster boxes. Here's your summary. The sub 300s, you're looking at Journey, Surging, Temporal Forces, Battle Styles, Scarlet Violet at 275, Paradox Rift at 275, Mega Evolutions at 275, Vivid Voltage at 290. Your sub $500 boxes, you're looking at Stellar Crown, Darkness Ablaze, Phantasmal Flames, Twilight Masquerade, Obsidian Flames, Astral Radiance, Paldea Evolve, Silver Tempest. I did not update Crimson Invasion today. It's probably dancing somewhere between 450 and 550. Your sub $1,000 boxes are Rebel Clash at 505, Destined Rivals at 515, Chilling Reigns at 540, Brilliant Stars at 580, Sword and Shield at 700, Lost Origins at 720, Sun and Moon Base at 950. And then you got your 1K boxes all the way through the moon. The last one we updated was the Team Up boxes. You're looking at Fusion Strike at 1,000 to 1,100. Burning Shadows, I didn't update today. Guardians Rising, I didn't update. Lost World, Unbroken Bronze, we couldn't. Evolving Skies, you're at 2,600 right now. And then from there, Cosmic Eclipse is in a whole different atmosphere. And same with Team Up. Team Up was 7 years ago. Pokemon Center ETBs. Let's take a look. The PC ETB. Your sub $200 boxes, Stellar Crown's your cheapest, Shrouded Fable is second, Twilight Masquerade is third, Journey Together is fourth, Paradox Rift is fifth, Mega Evolutions is at 175, and then Astral Radiance is at 175. And then you get into that range of Chilling Reigns at 180, Pokemon Go at 195, Temporal Forces at 195. Your first $200 boxes going all the way up to 500, White Flare at 200. Brilliant Stars is in that same boat. Surging Sparks is just a little bit more expensive. Phantasmal Flames is the same there. Black Bolt is into the 240 category. Lost Origins is 280. Silver Tempest is 290. Scarlet Violet Base is right on that $300 mark. Ascent of Heroes is above them, and it just came out. Fusion Strikes at 405. Destined Rivals at 425. Paldean Fates at 430. Prismatic Evolutions at 450. And Crown Zenith is at $454. And then your top 5 goats right now, Celebrations is at 500, Paldea Evolved is at 515, Obsidian Flames is at 585. The 151 box is $1,500, and it's close to taking over Evolving Skies at $1,550. And last but not least, the regular ETBs for MSRPs. Your sub hundreds are Twilight Masquerade, Mega Evolutions, Battle Styles, Shrouded, Surging, White Flare, Phantasmal Flames, and Journey Together. Your $200 boxes, there's a big boxes at two sub hundreds: Darkness Ablaze, Stellar Crown, Astral Radiance, Scarlet Violet, Temporal Forces, Black Bolt, Ascent of Heroes, Vivid Voltage, Chilling Reigns, Shining Fates, Paradox Rift, Silver Tempest, Sword and Shield, Pokemon Go, Brilliant Stars, Paldea Evolved, Crimson Invasion, and then you go through and through. Champions Path, Lost Origins, Sun and Moon Base, Prismatic Evolutions, Destined Rivals, and Obsidian Flames. There's a difference between 2017 and 2025 in the market under $200. You get your first true leg up into the 300 to 500 category with Fusion Strike, Rebel Clash, Burning Shadows, Celebrations, Crown Zenith, Guardian Rising, Paldean Fates, Hidden Fates, and Evolving Skies. It's Pat's Projects, guys. Thank y'all for vibing with me, and I hope you recognize the plays out here to make. But at the same time, always do your own research. Remember, knowledge is power. Hit that like button and just comment the vibes down below. You know, this channel runs on vibes, so can't thank y'all enough. Until next time, Pat out.